Welcome back, students. We are discussing about the various application of Bernoulli's theorem. In the last class, we have seen each and everything about how a venturi meter functions. We have also seen the constructional details, and we have also derived the formula to calculate the actual discharge passing through a venturi meter. In our today's topic, we are going to discuss about orifice meter in pitot tube. Orifice meter is again a discharge measuring device which measures the rate of flow. Basically, an orifice meter consists of an orifice plate, which is shown in this picture. This is the diagram of an orifice plate, which has a concentric opening at its center, and the edges of this opening are very sharp. It is a concentric, sharp edged opening in an orifice plate. An orifice plate is installed in a pipe such that it is perpendicular to the axis of the pipe. For example, in the another picture, there's a pipe there. This is the axis of the pipe. Perpendicular to this axis of the pipe, we have installed this orifice plate. This is the orifice plate. By this orifice plate, there are two flange plates. These are the flange plates to support the orifice plate. वो अपनी position से ना disturb हो, इसलिए we use this kind of arrangement. Here you have 2 points जहाँ से आप piezometer या फिर YouTube manometer connect करते हैं in order to measure the pressure value. So these are the two openings. This is your opening number one, and this is your opening number two, from where you're going to connect a YouTube manometer or a piezometer in order to measure the different heads available with the flowing fluid. Now the concept of measuring the discharge from an orifice meter is exactly same as the venturi meter. The only difference being the installation of an orifice plate is comparatively easy. It requires less space than a venturi meter. The space required for the installation of an orifice meter requires less space. And thirdly, it is somewhat cheaper than a installed venturi meter. Okay. So the concept of discharge measurement is same as venturi meter, but it is a cheaper arrangement. And also, orifice meter requires less length of a pipe than the venturi meter. So these are the basic two advantages of an orifice meter over venturi meter. There's one serious disadvantage of orifice meter is that in an orifice meter, more head loss takes place because of the separation of the flowing fluid from the pipe surface. In this picture, you can see a pipe through which fluid is flowing. There are various streamlines which are depicting the flow of fluid. Here you can see that the separation of fluid takes place from the surface of the pipe. And these are the eddies produced. Because of these eddies produced, huge amount of head loss is observed. Similarly, after passing through this orifice plate, there is somewhat more contraction in the flowing fluid. The minimum area of the flowing fluid that you are going to get is not on this opening surface. इस opening में आपको minimum area नहीं मिलेगा. The minimum area of the flowing fluid is somewhat at some distance x, and the section at which you will get the minimum area of the flowing fluid is known as vena contracta. इसको और अच्छे से समझिए. In the next picture आपको चीजें और क्लियर होंगी. So, in this picture, there's one pipe. In this pipe, we have connected an orifice plate shown by this yellow color. This is an orifice plate. These are the streamlines through which flow is taking place, and you can see that the flow separation occurs. And after some distance, the minimum area of cross section is observed. This is the minimum area of cross section observed after some distance from the center line of the orifice plate. This section at which minimum area of flowing fluid is observed is known as vena contracta. एक्चुअली हमको इस वेना कॉन्ट्रैक्टा की एक्चुअल पोजीशन नहीं पता होती है, इसलिए हम अवॉइड करते हैं कि वेना कॉन्ट्रैक्टा से रिलेटेड जो क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया है या फिर कोई भी और दूसरा पैरामीटर वो हमारे कैलकुलेशंस में ना आए। ये हम आगे देखेंगे कि इन पैरामीटर्स को हम कैसे एलिमिनेट करते हैं। फिलहाल के लिए, in order to derive the discharge through an orifice plate, we need to consider three sections. This is your section number 1. This is your section 1-1. Another section through vena contracta through the area of minimum cross section. This is your section 2-2. Section 2-2, remember, section 2-2 is from the area of minimum cross section through the vena contracta region. And your another section, I should say section OO, which is passing through the center line of an orifice plate. So the diameter of the flowing fluid, say D1. So the area of the flowing fluid at section 1 is A1, area of the flowing fluid at section 2 is A2, and area of the flowing fluid at the opening of the orifice plate is A0. यहाँ लिख भी दिया हुआ है, A1 is the cross sectional area of section 1-1. A0 is the cross sectional area of the opening of the orifice plate, and A2 is the cross sectional area of section 2-2, which is also known as the vena contracta. We need to define one more term, which is known as coefficient of contraction. It is just a term to remove your A2. So coefficient of contraction Cc is defined as the ratio of area of vena contracta divided by the area of opening. So Cc is A2 by A0. So A2 can be written as Cc into A0, where A0 is the area of the opening of the orifice plate. In order to derive the expression of discharge, consider section 1-1 and 2-2 and apply Bernoulli's equation at section 1-1 and 2-2. So at section 1, the pressure head is P1 upon rho g plus V1 is the velocity of flow at section 1 and V2 is the velocity of flow at section 2. So P1 upon rho g plus V1 square upon 2g plus Z1 is equals to P2 upon rho g plus V2 square upon 2g plus Z2. Now, in this case, we have considered the most general case of orifice installation. ये जो आप पिक्चर ऊपर देख रहे हैं, this is the case of horizontal installation. In horizontal installation, your value of Z1 and Z2 are same. किसी भी डेटम से जो आपको सेंटर की वैल्यू मिलेगी Z1, for suppose this is your Z1. This is your Z1 and this is your Z2. This Z1 and Z2 will be same. But in the general case, for suppose this orifice meter is installed in an horizontal fashion, कुछ इस तरीके से इंस्टॉल किया होगा orifice meter को. नॉर्मल तरीके से बता दे रहा हूं, दिस इज एन orifice meter. तो अब अगर आप डेटम से किन्हीं भी दो पॉइंट की डेटम हेड देखते हैं तो दैट Z1 एंड Z2 विल बी डिफरेंट. तो हम जनरल केस के लिए बर्नौलीज इक्वेशन अप्लाई कर रहे हैं. इन दैट केस Z1 एंड Z2 आर नॉट सेम, Z1 and Z2 are different. So from here, again, we have rearranged this equation and we have brought it into P1 upon rho g plus Z1 minus P2 upon rho g plus Z2. So in the previous two lectures, we have seen that P1 upon rho g plus Z1 is the piezometric head at section 1-1. At section 1-1, the piezometric head is written in this fashion. And at section 2-2, the piezometric head is written as P2 upon rho g plus Z2. So in order to remove the confusion, we have replaced this piezometric head by H. So H is equals to V2 square minus V1 square upon 2G. अच्छा, ध्यान देने की बात यह है कि व्हेन वी हैव रिटन दिस बर्नौलीज इक्वेशन, वी हैवंट कंसिडर्ड एनी हेड लॉस। वी हैवंट कंसिडर्ड एनी हेड लॉस, किसी भी टाइप का हेड लॉस हमने कंसिडर नहीं किया है। देयरफॉर इससे जो हमको डिस्चार्ज वैल्यू मिलेगी दैट विल बी थ्योरेटिकल डिस्चार्ज, क्यू थ्योरेटिकल मिलेगी। सो V2 square minus V1 square is equals to 2GH. Now by continuity equation, Q theoretical is equals to A1 V1 is equals to A2 V2. Here V1 is equals to Q theoretical upon A1 and V2 is equals to Q theoretical upon A2. Substituting these values of V1 and V2 in equation number 1, you will going to get as Q theoretical square is in brackets 1 upon A2 square minus 1 upon A1 square is equals to 2GH. सिंप्लीफाई कर लीजिएगा तो यू विल गोइंग टू गेट क्यू थ्योरेटिकल एज a1 a2 अपॉन रूट ओवर a1 स्क्वायर माइनस a2 स्क्वायर अपॉन 2gh. नाउ वी डोंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट a2. a2 is basically the cross sectional area at section 22. सेक्शन 2e2 को हमने बोला हुआ था वेना कॉन्ट्रैक्टा, और वेना कॉन्ट्रैक्टा के बारे में मैंने आपको बताया था कि इसकी पोजीशन फिक्स नहीं होती, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द अमाउंट ऑफ रेट ऑफ फ्लो इसकी पोजीशन चेंज होती रहती है। एंड ऑल्सो एग्जैक्ट डायमीटर एट वेना कॉन्ट्रैक्टा वी डोंट नो, उसको मेजर करना भी एक डिफिकल्ट टास्क होता है। सो इन ऑर्डर टू एलिमिनेट ऑल दीज हिंडरेंसेस वी नीड टू एलिमिनेट दिस वैल्यू ऑफ a2। इस a2 को रिमूव करने के लिए वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिफाइंड वन पैरामीटर cc which is known as coefficient of contraction. So substituting this a2 as cc into a naught, so q theoretical comes out to be cc into a naught into a1 upon root over a1 square minus a naught square into cc square into root over 2gh. This is the theoretical discharge value. From theoretical discharge, if you need to calculate the actual discharge, just multiply this theoretical discharge with coefficient of discharge cd, where cd is coefficient of discharge. सिंपली ये जो फॉर्मूला लिखा हुआ है इसको आप यूज करिए। आप इन दो फॉर्मूले में भी कंफ्यूज मत होइएगा, इनको कैसे एलिमिनेट करना है, सीसी से सीडी कैसे आई पिक्चर, ये भी अभी हम देखेंगे। So Q actual is CD into A1 A naught upon root over A1 square minus A naught square into root over 2GH. ठीक? So this is the formula for calculating the actual discharge flowing through an orifice meter. Now, there's one relation between CC and CD. So this CC value equals to CC is equals to CD into root over 1 minus A naught upon A1 the whole square into CC square upon root over 1 minus A naught upon A1 the whole square. So this is the basic relation between CC and CD. तो कंफ्यूज मत होइएगा, जब कभी भी आपको एक्चुअल डिस्चार्ज निकालना है एंड यू आर गिवन विद द वैल्यू ऑफ CC, तो आप वहां से CD कैलकुलेट करिए and after calculating the value of CD, use this simple formula to calculate the value of discharge, actual discharge. Okay. Now, this CD, because there is very much head losses are very much. Therefore, in this case, CD is in the range of 0.6. वेंचुरी मीटर में हमने देखा था कि CD was around 9.8, 9.5 कुछ इस टाइप से था, but here in this case, due to more head loss because of the flow separation taking place, the value of CD is 0.6. In our discharge calculation, now there's one last term H, which is basically the piezometric head difference. तो जैसे कि हमने वेंचुरी मीटर में पीजोमेट्रिक हेड डिफरेंस कैलकुलेट किया था यूट्यूब मैनोमीटर लगा के, सिमिलरली हम यहाँ करेंगे। उससे रिलेटेड जो भी कैलकुलेशन डिटेल्स थी, मेजरमेंट डिटेल्स थी, वो हमने वेंचुरी मीटर में डिस्कस ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं, तो वापस उसको रिपीट करने से फायदा नहीं, सिर्फ आपके रिकॉल करने के लिए। इफ यू आर यूजिंग एन यूट्यूब मैनोमीटर, योर पीजोमेट्रिक हेड डिफरेंस H इज इक्वल्स टू Y इंटू ब्रैकेट में रो m by रो -1, where rho m is the density of a manometric fluid, and rho is the density of flowing fluid. ये बस आपको याद रखना है. Rho m is the density of the manometric fluid and rho is the density of the flowing fluid. और यहाँ पे केस क्या है? Rho m is more than rho. In a second case, if you are using an inverted U-tube manometer where rho m is less than rho, then H, which is the piezometric head difference, can be obtained by just reversing this formula, where H is equals to Y into 1 minus rho m by rho. And lastly, if you are using a piezometer, then H is simply the Y reading of your piezometer. ओके, तो इन तीनों चीज़ों को हमने लास्ट क्लास में देखा हुआ है. तो ऑब्वियसली इसके बारे में ज़्यादा डिटेल अगर आपको लगे कि कुछ मिसिंग है तो आप वापस से उस लेक्चर से जाके कंफर्म कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. So this is all about your orifice meter, which is a basic device to measure the discharge. Orifice meter has the same working principle like the Venturi meter. The only drawback being in it flow separation takes place, due to which more head loss will going to occur. Therefore, the value of CD lies in the range of 0.6. So hopefully everything is clear regarding orifice meter. If you have anything to ask regarding orifice meter, please post it in the comment box. Next device which we are going to discuss today is the pitot tube. It is a very basic device, बहुत ही easy इसका working principle है. So pitot tube is basically a local velocity measuring device. जब हम flow through pipes पढ़ेंगे तब हम देखेंगे कि पाइप्स के भी डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स पे वेलोसिटीज डिफरेंट होती. एक पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन के भी डिफरेंट पॉइंट पे द वेलोसिटी आर डिफरेंट. ठीक, बिकॉज ऑफ द विस्कस फोर्सेस. नाउ इन ऑर्डर टू मेजर द लोकल वेलोसिटी, मींस किसी भी पॉइंट पे अगर हमको वेलोसिटी मेजर करना है, इन ऑर्डर टू मेजर द लोकल वेलोसिटी, द डिवाइस यूज्ड इज नोन एज पिटॉट ट्यूब. आप पिटॉट ट्यूब को किसी भी पॉइंट पे रख दीजिए, आप वहां से उस पॉइंट की वेलोसिटी कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं ऑफ द फ्लोइंग फ्लूइड. नाउ पिटॉट ट्यूब इज अ 90 degree bent tube having a very small opening. Pitot tube is a 90 degree bent tube having very small opening. The basic working principle of pitot tube is, मैं आपको बहुत ही सिंपल लैंग्वेज में पिटॉट ट्यूब बताता हूं कि किसी भी पॉइंट की if velocity is v1, for suppose there's one point very close to your pitot tube and its velocity is v1, ये पॉइंट मतलब इस पॉइंट का फ्लूइड जब पिटॉट ट्यूब से जाके कोलाइड करेगा, so its entire kinetic energy will going to convert into potential energy, because of which you will going to see a rise of fluid in this pitot tube. ठीक, आपको पिटॉट ट्यूब में राइज ऑफ फ्लूइड देखने को मिलेगा. बस दिस इज द बेसिक वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल. आप इस राइज ऑफ फ्लूइड को मेजर कर लेंगे और इसको मेजर करने के बाद वेलोसिटी कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं वो हम आगे अभी डिस्कस कर लेंगे. तो इसका बेसिक प्रिंसिपल आप समझे ना. द बेसिक प्रिंसिपल ऑफ पिटॉट ट्यूब बीइंग, किसी भी पॉइंट की जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी है उसको आप पोटेंशियल एनर्जी में बदल दे रहे हैं, due to which you will going to see a rise of flowing fluid in the pitot tube. इसकी आप रीडिंग मेजर कर लेते हैं और करस्पॉन्डिंगली आप वेलोसिटी कैलकुलेशन कर लेते हैं. This point 2 at which your velocity of flow becomes zero, this point is known as stagnation point. Your point 2 is known as the stagnation point. क्योंकि इस पॉइंट पर आके फ्लोइंग फ्लूइड की वेलोसिटी आफ्टर कोलिजन जीरो हो जाती है. इट्स एंटायर काइनेटिक एनर्जी इज नाउ बीइंग कन्वर्टेड इनटू पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. ठीक. तो पॉइंट वन और पॉइंट टू में कुछ ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है, ज्यादा दूर भी नहीं है. दीज आर नियर बाय 2 पॉइंट्स. ठीक. Point 1 पे velocity is v1 and at point 2 your velocity is 0, and this point 2 at which the velocity becomes 0 is known as the stagnation point. Now, considering the most general case of velocity measurement, you are going to consider an inclined pipe जहां पे Z1 और Z2 की वैल्यू will going to be different. मैंने आपको बताया था Z1 and Z2 are the datum head. Or suppose this is your datum. So point 2, point 1, this is your point 1, this is Z1, and this is point 2, its value is Z2, and Z2, and Z1 is not equal to Z2. ठीक. This is the most general case of velocity calculation. Now consider these point 1 and 2 applies Bernoulli's equation between point 1 and 2. So you will going to see P1 upon rho g. P1 is the pressure head at point 1. So P1 upon rho g plus V1 square upon 2g plus Z1, and at point 2 P2 upon rho g plus V2 square upon 2g plus Z2. So rearranging these terms, first of all your V2 is 0. So this kinetic head becomes 0. Now V1 square upon 2g can be written as P2 by rho g plus Z2 minus P1 by rho g plus Z1. So this is the basic piezometric head difference which is denoted by H. अभी तक हम ऐसे ही करते आ रहे हैं. So again we have not considered any head loss. We have not considered any head loss. तो जो भी पैरामीटर हमको मिलेगा that will be theoretical. जो भी पैरामीटर हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे whether it will be discharge, velocity, these two parameters will be of theoretical in nature. So V1 theoretical obtained using this Bernoulli's equation is equals to root 2 GH, where H is the piezometric head difference. Now in order to calculate the value of H, you go again for this calculation of piezometric head difference H. First of all, if you use a U-tube manometer such that density of manometric fluid is more than density of the flowing fluid, your H is simply y into y into bracket में rho m by rho minus 1. For an inverted U-tube manometer where density of manometric fluid is less than density of the flowing fluid, your piezometric head difference H is equals to y bracket में 1 minus rho m by rho. And lastly, if you use a piezometer, your head difference H is simply given by y, which is the reading of your piezometer. तो ये तीन बेसिक तरीके होते हैं टू कैलकुलेट द पीजोमेट्रिक हेड डिफरेंस. इनके रिगार्डिंग डिटेल हम वेंचुरीमीटर में डिस्कस किए हुए हैं. इफ यू हैव एनीथिंग टू रिवाइज, जस्ट गो बैक टू दैट लेक्चर एंड रिवाइज एवरीथिंग रिगार्डिंग पीजोमेट्रिक हेड डिफरेंस. नाउ फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग द एक्चुअल वेलोसिटी, you need to multiply this theoretical velocity with a coefficient which is known as coefficient of velocity, whose value lies in the range of 0.97 to 0.99. So V1 actual comes out to be CV into V1 theoretical. Using this simple formula, you can calculate the actual velocity of flow at that particular point. Now देयर आर सम टर्म्स जो क्वेश्चन में सिर्फ आपको कंफ्यूज करने के लिए कभी कभार दे दिए जाते हैं डायरेक्टली, तो समझ लेते हैं इसको भी. द कंबाइंड वैल्यू ऑफ P2 बाय रो जी प्लस Z2, ये कहाँ लिखा था हमने? दिस वी हैव रोट इन एट द स्टैग्नेशन पॉइंट. एट स्टैग्नेशन पॉइंट. एट स्टैग्नेशन पॉइंट जहां पॉइंट 2 लिखा हुआ था हमने, विच इज आर स्टैग्नेशन पॉइंट, यहां पे हमने ये हेड लिखा हुआ था P2 बाय रो जी प्लस Z2. So this is known as the stagnation piezometric head. Pressure head plus datum head, combinedly known as the piezometric head. Piezometric head written at the stagnation point is known as stagnation piezometric head. Second, P1 by rho g plus Z1 is the piezometric head at point 1, and at this point the piezometric head is known as static piezometric head. तो जहां stagnation point आता है, if you write the piezometric head, it is known as stagnation piezometric head, and at point 1 the piezometric head written is known as static piezometric head. So कभी कभार ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप एक क्वेश्चन आ जाता है कि फॉर एन इंक्लाइंड सिस्टम योर काइनेटिक हेड लोकल एंड थ्योरेटिकल, आगे डैश लिखा होता है, चार ऑप्शन दिए होते हैं. तो इन दैट केस इफ यू आर गिवन अ क्वेश्चन लाइक काइनेटिक हेड local theoretical is given by the difference of stagnation piezometric head minus static piezometric head. याद रखिएगा, stagnation पहले, static बाद में. So the kinetic head, local, theoretical for an inclined system is given by the difference of stagnation piezometric head minus static piezometric head. So this is an instrument, pitot tube, which is used to measure the local velocity. और लोकल वेलोसिटी मेजर करने के लिए हमने बेसिक प्रिंसिपल क्या यूज किया है? एट अ पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट we have converted entire kinetic energy into potential energy. Entire kinetic energy is converted into potential energy. So this is all about pitot tube and orifice meter. Hopefully this topic is clear with you. If you have anything to ask regarding these two topics, please do post a comment in the comment box. And if you have anything, any doubt regarding this topic, again post it in the comment box. Thank you for listening patiently. Thank you so much.